a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped, but without those guys, hard to win games.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First down, here's White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be third down.
Thank you so much for holding. So my manager stated that we don't have any number information for ATP. The only thing that we can do is
now Kaepernick. He'll leave this one for White. And he will have a Patriots first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Jets, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Hunter Henry brings it in. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give. This is Michel. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Kaepernick. This is White on the screen. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Kaepernick now to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Keelan Cole now to return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And now the rookie's free. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Carter. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, won't.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Kaepernick going to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there for the Patriots. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. John Franklin Myers able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. To throw, Kaepernick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back.
Wherever it's at, don't even matter. We're going to have enough time, and we got a whole day.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
Oh, Watkins, that was a TD.
This time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carter got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out in the backfield. In this case, he picks up the 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Carter. And this one's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Back to throw. Carter. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Football's feet is that
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because it didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Looking to throw. Carter escaping the pressure right.
Crowder, can you get open?
That's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to throw again. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
What?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, is it?
And he will have a Patriots first
This
down.
nigga got a
They're
fucking
able to get
first
the
down.
3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down.
Yo, what are y'all doing? He's double covered.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Holding.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Kaepernick to throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Kaepernick to throw again.
What are you doing?
And they will get the first
53?
down. They move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. Quick completion.
Yo, why is these dudes not jumping?
Result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Good D.
It's been a
good defense, y'all.
This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start with a couple of teams from neighboring states in the Southeast. Atlanta at Hard Rock Stadium to take on Miami. And those two are tied up as they play in the second quarter. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow.
Okay, Joe
Last
Burrow.
Let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? Find out. Let's hand it over to our broadcast team.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Cole now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll be across the 30 line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. On second down, a run with Carter. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side and complete to Landry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's a throw out line complete to the right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it third down. Back to throw. Carter. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense is all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And returning to the field here, Hunter Henry, and some of his highlights here from this. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 2nd and 8. Now Kaepernick. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's White, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Complete, Hunter Henry with the grab. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right.
Now with him, and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the
right.
end zone.
Ain't no fumble.
It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Carter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 89 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a 2nd-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the 2nd pick of the 4th round out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Carter, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Carter. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it is incomplete. They had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Carter now throwing on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there. And it's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. White muscles him off, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Kaepernick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, this is Michelle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Technically, Slard's in front of Hudson for the first time.
To throw, Kaepernick.
What the?
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. It's a foot race.
What the fuck you dive on it for?
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, that one hit and a loose football.
Now this nigga fumble.
Picked up by the Patriots. And he will score.
How did they put him back there?
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Coach fired.
Cole now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. It's too much to handle on the into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. On 1st down, Michelle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll run on first down. Michel, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
New England on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On second down, Michel. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try and run it with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Cole now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Carter going deep here for Landry. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, got...
Friday night.
Okay, so like most of you listeners out there, I love it.
I hear all of the shows. I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it.
Hey there, just wanted to see how you're feeling at the halfway point of the season. That rookie wall is coming for you, so you need to be prepared. When you get a chance, either call or text me back and let me know where you think you need the most work, alright? I'm sure your trainers are doing a great job, but a little extra input doesn't hurt, right?
Crazy.
You know, this has always been my worst week of the season, ever since I was a rookie.
How come? Because of the trade deadline?
How long it take for these niggas to
Yeah,
talk?
man. Even in my first year, I was on the block. By now, you think this fella would be something I was used to.
Yeah, that ain't your fault though, bro. There's so many bad GMs out there.
Nah, it ain't. But here's the thing. It don't really matter who's at fault. Just like it wasn't my fault when I got rolled up on and injured year 2.
Well, at least you know that ain't the case this year.
When I signed here back in March, I hope this be my last stop. Starting to feel like I made the right choice.
I think you did, Carter.
And you know, if you good with the face of the franchise, then no doubt he'll put in a good word for me next year.
Hey, I don't have that kind of clout, man. I ain't LeBron.
They taking shots at basketball players.
But where you are, you remember who showed you the ropes.
Yeah. I got you.
Friday night, hit all of the shows. Flat rich kid got all of the clothes. People like you get all of the no's. I stay making wins, I stay with the pros. Just made a stack, I'm watching it grow. Up in the sky, everybody so low. I keep me like foe, he sleep on the floor. He don't got no money, I show him the dough. Oh no, kid can't never with a bozo. Name in the mouth like froyo. With a rich daddy, looking for the bros. If he really would it make him cash off the code, bro. Any, many, miny, mo. All this money, I need mo. Don't want your bro, it was for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit, 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 lit. Any, many, miny, mo. All this money, I need mo. Don't want your bro, it was for show, just so you know. We just wanna get lit. We just wanna get lit. Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest can vouch.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his second season out of LSU.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for Mixon last week, 22 carries, 94 yards.
They give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. throwing to start the drive. Carter flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Back to throw is Carter. Off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Man open here is Crowder. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur
behind him.
Season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get there for the sack. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Carter. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Flushed out right. He'll check it down to Bell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hill. They will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
That's not good enough, man.
So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Steps away. Herndon's got it complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be a 2nd down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 2. A give to Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete to Herndon. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Carter. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.